Our video about the parable of the wheat and tares provides valuable insights into understanding its relevance in today's world. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Spirit Lifters, the channel that seeks to bring Bible insights to you. Today we're diving into one of Jesus' most intriguing parables, found in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 13 verses 24 to 30 and explained further in verses 36 to 43. This parable tells the story of a farmer who sows good seed in his field. But while everyone sleeps, an enemy comes and sows tares among the wheat. When the plants grow and bear grain, the tares become apparent. Servants ask if they should pull out the tares, but the farmer says no, fearing that uprooting the tares might also uproot the wheat. Instead, he instructs them to let both grow until the harvest. You will realize in this parable the enemy comes in the dead of the night to plant the bad seeds. This enemy is no different from your enemy today. Those who work against you have taken precious time to study you well, known when you have accomplished your work and you are resting. Then they will make their evil attack against you. If you take a closer look at the bad seed that was introduced in the midst of the wheat, it's the kind that is closest to wheat in terms of appearance. The tares in the parable were likely darnel, which until maturity appears as wheat. That's why the farmer instructed the workers to wait until the harvest, in order to separate them. In this story, the enemy is the devil. The devil continually aims at destroying the work of Jesus Christ. This tells us that the farmer sowing good seed is Jesus, and the good seed is believers in God. The field represents the world, not the church, as some claim. The body of Christ is not made up of a mixture of true and false followers. Satan, on the other hand, is the enemy who brings bad seed, meaning his seed is the false believers. They look like believers, and it takes time to realize that they are false. You see, there is a difference between the wheat and the tares, even though it will take time to show. It's because of this reason that many are led astray by both the false teachers and believers. Their ungodly actions bring reproach to the name of Christ. The bigger problem is, if we try to call the false ones out in an effort to destroy them, we may harm the baby believers in our midst. That's why we are to leave them alone, because a day is coming when the farmer will separate the wheat from the tares. If we take it upon ourselves to uproot false followers, we will quickly realize the difference is not always that obvious. Remember, tares, especially in the early stages of growth, look like the wheat. In the same way, a false believer may seem like the real believer. To a young believer, they may not understand why you are trying to destroy a fellow believer. This should be the work of God in the last day. The harvest symbolizes the end time or the judgment day when the righteous will be separated from the wicked. This parable teaches us about patience, judgment, and the reality of good and evil existing side by side in this world. Jesus will one day establish true righteousness. Let's be reminded that ultimate judgment comes not from us, but from God at the appointed time. It warns us against premature judgments that can harm the wheat, the true believers, in our zeal to uproot the tares. As believers today, life must go on, and we must accept that evil is always around the good and the hypocrites around the righteous. We must therefore learn to arm ourselves with patience each time the enemy tries to attack us while doing God's work. Also, we must be careful not to judge others too quick. Only God knows the hearts of everyone. Our actions to uproot the weeds might result in losing people who might have eventually joined the fold. A day is coming when the Lord shall take those who are His. You are the good seed. Pray for all others and love them. May you be found ready. Heaven and hell are real. You have a choice now. So what do you think about this parable? Do you see its implications in your own life? Let us know in the comments below. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them one from another, as a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. And he will set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful videos like this. Until next time, keep seeking, keep learning.